subscribe to my channel and press bell icon for latest updates.
Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class we'll try to understand properties of numeric codes. In our previous two classes we have covered classification of numeric codes and classification of binary codes. In those two classes we already had an introduction to numeric codes and the classification of the numeric codes. This diagram we have already seen in our previous video. Hope that you have already watched those videos and watching this video. If you haven't watched that video, please watch those videos and come back here. It helps you a lot in understanding what we are going to discuss in this class. And every video in our course is going to be in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist, and our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better insights of the concepts, and the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Now coming to this class, we are going to discuss the properties of numeric codes. What are the properties of numeric codes? There are three properties of numeric codes. They are sequential codes, self-complementing codes, and cyclic codes. So there are different types of numeric codes that are possible, and we have already discussed that only few of the numeric codes are explained here. Only very few of the numeric codes are explained here. Now we will try to understand the properties of these codes. So the first property is sequential code. What is meant by a sequential code? A code, this is a code, this is a code. These are all, each and every one is a coding system, coding mechanism. A code is called as a sequential code. A sequential code is one in which each succeeding code word is one binary number greater than the preceding code word. What they are saying is, if you take one code word, each succeeding code word is one binary number greater than the preceding code. For example, if you consider this 000, if you take the preceding succeeding code, this succeeding code is one binary number greater than, so this is in the binary. What it represents 0, and in it binary it represents 1, and if you take it represents 2 in binary, it represents 3 in binary, it represents 4 in binary. The succeeding code word is one binary number greater than the preceding one. If that happens with all the codes in the coding mechanism, then that coding mechanism is what we call it as sequential code. For example, consider this. If you take this one, this is decimal representation is 0 and the binary representation is 0. If you take the next one, it is 1, and the binary values, this is one binary number greater than this, the succeeding code word is one binary number greater than preceding one. If you take this, the succeeding code word is one binary number greater than preceding one, and similarly if you take this is 3, the succeeding binary code is 1 greater than the preceding one, so it is satisfying. This also satisfying. If you take this one, this is the binary representation of decimal number 11. If you take this is the binary representation of decimal number 4. What the sequential code property states is, the binary representation of the succeeding code word should be one binary number greater. It means that it should be 5, but it is 11. So this code is not a sequential code. So what they are stating, a sequential code is one in which the succeeding code word means, for this the succeeding code word is this one. The succeeding code word is one binary number greater than the preceding code word. So is it one binary number greater than the preceding code word? No, because this is representing 11 and this is representing 4. According to the definition, it should represent 5. If the code words are in a sequence of binary, one binary number greater than, then that coding system is what we call it as sequential code. So this is not a sequential code. If you take this, here we are going to fail. So this is not a sequential code. because 0 and this is 5, so this is not a sequential code. Similarly, this is not a sequential code. And if you take XS3, 3, this is the 3, and this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But so one binary number greater than the other one, so this is a sequential code. You take any binary code, any code word in the XS3, it is one greater than the succeeding code word is one greater than the preceding one. So if that happens, it happens with all the code words, so it is a sequential code. So how many sequential codes? So if this property happens with any of the coding mechanism, then that coding mechanism is what we call it as a sequential code. Now coming to the second property, it is self-complementing codes. A code is self-complementing. A code is said to be self-complementing if the code word of the 9th complement of n, if the code word of the 9th complement of n, if you take a code word, if the 9th complement of that code word, if the 9th complement of that code word that is of n minus 1, 9th complement is 9 minus n, 9 minus 1 can be obtained from the code word of n, it can be obtained from the, so the value of 9 minus n can be obtained from the code word of n, so it can be obtained from the code word of n by interchanging all zeros and ones. So it is bit tricky in understanding. So let's consider this code word. If you take this code word, is this coding mechanism is a self-complementing code or not? How can we decide? Is if you take n means we take this one. So this code word we will take. So what they are stating is, if 9th complement of n, so what is the decimal equivalent of this code word? Decimal equivalent is 1. And what is the 9th complement of n? It is 9 minus 1, which is equal to 1. And what is the code word of 1? It is 0, 0, 1. So the 9th complement of n, the 9th complement of n is 8. If this code word, so what is the code word of 8 here? Code word of 8 here is 1110. If this code word can be obtained, if this code word, the result of the 9th complement of n's code word, if this result is, if you can get this result by complementing every bit of this every bit of n, then it is what we call it as self-complementing code. If you complement every bit of it, what it is going to get? It is 1110. So, and what is the value of this code word? It is 8. And this is n, 001. If you take 001 and if you take the 9th complement of it, and the result that we are going to obtain, is just obtained by complementing every bit of n. If it is done, then if it is done with all the code words in the given code word mechanism, then it is what we call it as, then that code word is what we call it as a self-complementing code word. So for example, if you take randomly this one, so what is the binary representation of this? It is 4. Sorry, decimal representation of it is 4. It is 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. If this, the resultant code word of 5, what is the code word of 5? It is 1011. If this code word can be obtained by complementing the code word of 4, what is the code word of 4? It is 0100. The complement of this means interchanging zeros and ones. The complement of this is 1011. So which is equivalent to this one. So you take any code word, the 9th complement of that code word is going to be the it can be obtained by just interchanging the given code word. Okay, so if you take this code word mechanism, this is a self-complementing code word. Similarly, you take this one. 1 means, okay, we will take this. This is 0011, and the decimal representation of this is 2. 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Okay, now what the 7 is representing? The 7 is represented by 1100 and 1100, and how the 2 is representing? 0011. If this 7th code word can be obtained by just complementing each and every bit, yes, if it is possible in this way, then such kind of code word mechanism is what we call it as a self-complementing code word. So this is a self-complementing code word, and this is a self-complementing code word, this is a self-complementing code word, and this is also a self-complementing code word. Okay, so this is not a self-complementing code word. For example, if you take this one, what it is, binary representation, decimal representation is 3. 9 minus 3 is equal to 6, and it is represented as 0011, and the complement of this is how the 6 is represented. It is 0110. So if you obtain the complement of this word, it is going to be this one, but it is not going to be 0110. So this is not a self-complementing code. Okay, so this is one of the property of the numeric codes, and the next one is cyclic codes. Cyclic codes are those in which each successive code words differ from the preceding one in only 1 bit position. So none of these code words are cyclic codes. Gray codes are cyclic codes, but we haven't discussed anything about the gray codes. So we will take just 2 examples of the gray codes, two successive codes of gray codes, and we will try to understand the definition of this cyclic codes and the clear description of the cyclic codes. We will understand about these cyclic codes when we discuss about gray words. Now just take the simple gray word coding. It is 0101, and it is represented by 6 in gray code. 6 is represented like this in gray code, and 7 is represented like this in gray code. And now what the cyclic code is representing is, cyclic codes are those in which each successive word differs from the preceding one in only 1 bit position. So the successive code is going to differ, so it differs with the preceding code in only 1 bit position. So what is the bit position that has been changed? So these 3 bit positions are same, only 1 bit position. By changing only 1 bit position, if you are getting the successive code, then those kind of code word mechanism is what we call it as cyclic codes. So the gray codes or the cyclic codes, whenever we discuss about the gray codes, there we will try to understand the cyclic codes also. Okay, hope you got the clarity on the properties of numeric codes. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding these concepts, please post your doubts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.